everybody, welcome to TMI, Too Much Information Live with Moondog, where we're going to be going over the projects that I've worked on this week and give you a little bit background on that, as well as too much information. And we're going to get and dive into some new topics. And we have a special guest today, which I'll be introducing a little later in the show. But let's get started first with a little housekeeping. Let's give a shout out to this episode's sponsor, Aura, which is the online cybersecurity company and that I use for my own personal cybersecurity out there. They offer a whole suite of services, which a lot of other companies out there give you things like you can get a VPN, which is a virtual private network. You can get companies to give you that you can choose that will do spam blockers and credit monitoring. Well, this company, Aura, packages everything all together into just their standard service to you. So you get VPN, you get spam blockers, you get credit monitoring, you get $1 million in identity theft insurance starting off just for having a membership with Aura. And most importantly to me, they also get you off of the damn data broker list, which is why you get so much spam mail in the first place. These are companies that buy and sell our information and sell it to marketeers, other data brokers, and mailing lists from political organizations, and who knows who else out there. And that's our information, like not just our name, but our phone numbers, our addresses. Yeah, a lot of information is being shared about you. So you can get yourself off of these data broker lists using Aura's feature, the data broker removal. And I got myself removed from well over 20, I believe 30 different data brokers. And you can try them out for free for 14 days. Use my link, aura.com/moondog, and I'll include a link right now. I'm going to paste that in to the screen here for Aura. But use my link, aura.com/moondog, and you get a free trial. It's free. Try them out and let me know how the data broker removal service works for you, because I want to know. And I think you'll really like it. Try them out. It's absolutely free. So aura.com/moondog. All right. And usually I like to give away some prizes for everybody who's tuning in to the live stream. And I have these contests now where you have to figure out what is the secret word, the word that you type into the chat section on the side, and you'll be automatically entered into the drawing. And today's drawing, we're going to be giving away some patches from SHOT Show, and let me show you what they are. This ties into our special guest today. It has to do with the movie industry. Well, everybody knows the Oscars. Well, there is a gun version of the Oscars called the Gundies, and you're going to get a Gundy patch along with a special 511. That's the clothing company, a 511 patch that they made just for SHOT Show. So you get a limited edition patch, and I'm going to be giving it away to 4 different winners today. So you get a chance to, you can either get some of you might get the 511 patch, and some of you maybe get a Gundy patch for putting in the secret word of the day on the side chat here. And what it is you've got to figure out what's the name of this company that I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a couple of clues. And the first clue we have up is the logo for the company here. See if you can recognize which company this is. Type in hashtag and the name of the company with a capital letter, because it is a proper name, and type it into the side chat, and you'll be automatically entered into the contest. And I can already see, thanks everybody for tuning in already. We have Michael Dunn. We have Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies. We got Hillbilly. And thanks for already tuning in to the show. And hopefully you guys can figure out which company this is. And for the rest of you out there who are watching and haven't typed into the chat, type in the company name, and you'll be automatically entered into the contest. And we'll be giving these prizes away to 4 lucky winners out there at the end of the show. All right, so let's dive into the new videos that I've posted this week on my 3 channels, and we'll start with Moondog 2A, which is my biggest channel. And I actually posted 2 videos this week. The first one is from SHOT Show, where I visited the Bear Creek Arsenal booth, BCA, and got a chance to see their new bolt action upper for AR rifles. That's right, you take your standard AR that you have and you can put on a bolt action upper to it. And they've made it first for 2 different straight wall cartridges. I believe it's 300 Legend and 450, and they'll be making some other cartridges out there. And I did ask a question, and I'll show you here. Let me show you a short from the video that I posted.
This is our bolt action style AR-15. This one's in 350 Legend. We also do them in 450 Bushmaster, 6-time Brindle, some more calibers as well.
350 Legend,
Yeah.
but not 308?
Not 308, not yet.
Well, how come?
Well, we started with the AR-15 platform. We started with 450 and 350 because the highest pressure. So work our way back.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And they chose the first 2 cartridges because they had the highest chamber pressure, and they want to design an upper that would survive and function well and accurately for those 2 cartridges, and everything else would be smaller and easier to build. So they'll be making a 223 Wild version, a 6.5 Creedmoor version that I think are already out, and they are working on a 308 version, but it didn't occur to me at the time that the first versions that are coming out are made for standard AR-15 uppers. So a 308 would require actually an AR-10 lower because it is a longer cartridge and wouldn't fit into a standard AR magwell. Duh. So that was kind of a dumb question for me to ask, but actually they are working on one of those that'll fit on AR-10 lowers, and they do actually also sell AR-10 lowers, so I'll be working on that. Oh, and we've got some new folks coming in. We've got, hey Paul, welcome. And we have Vadim, and we have Guillermo, and David. Thanks for joining us, all of you guys, and thanks for taking part in the logo quiz, and hopefully you'll get a chance to win one of these cool patches. So that is my first stop over at Bear Creek Arsenal. Really cool, fun folks, and I'm looking forward to trying out their uppers. And we have Fuku YT, otherwise known as Boomstick. Hey, good to see you. All right. So the other video that I posted this week is a full review video, and this is of the new EDP RS Gen 2 that Discovery Optics put out. And my first reaction when they asked me to review an EDP RS Gen 2 was, hey, didn't I just review this a few months ago? Well, I did. I reviewed their EDP RS Gen 2 mill, but they've come out with an MOA version, and they've also made some slight tweaks to the design of the EDP-RS, which I go into in the video. And let me just share a little bit of the performance of this. These are some nice changes to the body design of the EDP-RS as well. But let me share the short from that full-length review video. Looking at the peak of Mount Davidson, approximately 1,400 yards away, through the Discovery Optics EDP-RS at its lowest power of 5 to give our best overall image to the glass. And you can compare the image inside of the glass to outside of the glass, like the color of the sky, just to see what, if any, changes the glass is imparting. Now we're going to bring this up about halfway in its magnification range to 12 power. That's typically a scope's sweet spot in terms of balancing out image quality versus magnification. And we're still seeing a very sharp, clean image with excellent color rendition and really no chromatic aberration to speak of. Usually you'll see that in high contrast areas, like where the shadows of the tree branches are silhouetted against the sky. Now let's bring this all the way up to its maximum magnification of 25 power and take a look. At this point, we've lost a little bit of light, but still really good in terms of overall image quality and sharpness. We can easily see the trail marker sign at the top of the hill there. That's that white object to the right and just a little bit above the center crosshairs. That's a 3-foot-ish sign on top of a pole, which is a good proxy for an EPSEC target at this distance. And you can see this, the sign as well as the hardware below it, which I think is a utility box, a concrete utility bunker or box, and a J-pipe. So that is really good detail and good sharpness overall. Yeah, so it's a really nice scope, and it has the same Japanese ED glass, a super clear image, really good color on there, very accurate color, and very bright. And even my camera doesn't really do it justice how sharp and clear the EDPRS. And I don't think they've improved the glass in terms of the mill versus the MOA, but maybe just this newer version, and maybe to my eye, or maybe it's just subjective, it just seemed maybe just a tad sharper than the one that I had from a year ago. But they're both excellent scopes and very affordable. So yeah, I'm glad that they came out with this new MOA version, and they made some slight changes to the body design, like the throw lever is now more robust, and they also changed the top of the turrets so they are toolless. You can just unscrew them with your finger, and you can use a coin if you really want to cinch it down, but they're really excellent turrets. And here's a Boomstick actually commented, I checked out my buddy's Discovery Scope, pretty nice. Indeed, yes indeed, they are. And Michael Dunn also said pretty clear glass. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the quality of glass you're getting for a scope that is under $400. I believe they're around $350 is the street price. So yeah, this is a really good long range scope for that price. It's kind of crazy how good these scopes are for the price. Now, on my Moondog Reviews channel, I also stopped by the 511. For those of you who don't know, the 511 makes tactical and outdoor apparel, and they actually got their start creating mountain climbing clothing. And because of how well they were constructed, how ruggedly they were constructed, and how much give and play there was to allow you to rock climb, they soon drew the attention of special forces units who like to wear those 511 pants, and they quickly got into the tactical, law enforcement, and military establishment, and they love their stuff. Well, at the 511 booth at SHOT Show, they showed off some of the new clothes, and this is actually the final release of this jacket. It's like this tactical blazer, like a formal sport coat that looks like a regular sport coat, but it's got extra pockets and extra stuff on the inside. There's specific mag pockets. There's elastic loops to run your, for those who are real operators who have their comms and their ears wired. You can snake it through the loops that they have on the inside, and as well as other cool pockets for you secret squirrels out there. It very much is like the John Wick jacket, except that it's not bulletproof, but it's a cool jacket, and you can see a little bit of it here on this short.
511 Founders Jacket. We showed it at SHOT Show last year.
Yeah.
It just became available for sale last week. We are super excited to bring this to market. This jacket was designed in partnership with clandestine agencies, is what I am approved to say. Our founder, Francisco Morales, this has actually always been a passion project of his that he has wanted to do for years. And then when the opportunity presented itself, he and the 511 product team worked with these end users to build this jacket.
Hence the name change. I think it was called something else last year.
It was, and as we got closer to market, the Founders Jacket just felt more appropriate.
And probably easier from a copyright standpoint than the John Wick jacket.
Funny enough, our head of legal is named John Wicks.
No way. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely true. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's kind of funny that they could have called it the John Wicks jacket. I don't know if he spells it with W-I-X or what have you, but that would have been kind of funny too. But so that's now called the Founders Jacket, and it's available on their website. And I hope I can get one of those to test out. We'll see. So I just got a couple more comments from some of the folks out there about some the videos. Like here we go. Was talking with you So Paul was talking about the BCA bolt action upper, and sometimes it's hard to tell who I'm talking to, or because if I don't recognize your YouTube handle. So apologies there, Paul. And Millhouse, I guess, what's up, Big Moon? Did the EDPRS have a zero stop? Yes, it does. The new one, the new MOA version has an updated zero stop. It is this sort of U-shaped or P-shaped clamp piece under the turret that has a hex screw in it, and you unscrew the screw, and that allows you to drop it onto and engage a gear tooth on the base of the turret, and that is your zero stop, and that replaces the ring zero stop from the previous version. So this is a very solid, very repeatable zero stop on the new EDPRS Gen 2. And Michael Dunn says, when are we going to have bulletproof tuxes? I'm sure they're out there. It's just, I don't know if they're available to general public, but I'm sure it's not that far off from reality. Now, Paul Clemens says, need a mill version. I'm all over that. I've tried the Discovery yet, but looks like a super. Well, there is a mill version. The Millrad version's already out. I don't know if they have the new turret style, where the older turret style, which is the one I have, it's a Millrad, is a silver top, chrome or stainless steel, and it is, you need I'm forgetting now. You just need a coin to unscrew the very top of it. But the windage has 3 hex set screws. So that's also the difference between the new version Gen 2 and the old version Gen 2. The new version Gen 2, you just need a coin to loosen both of the turrets. So I'm expecting them to roll out the Millrad version and the new body style, or the new turret style, sometime soon. I haven't heard or know anything more from Discovery as to when that'll happen. And Michael Johnson says, go John Wick. Yes. All right. Now, on my Moondog Go channel, which is my travel channel, I've been posting up a series of video shorts from my visit to the Paradox Museum at New Jersey's New Jersey's American Dream Mall, which is this huge shopping complex in the New Jersey Meadowlands. That's the swampy area in between Newark and New York City, which is also next to the stadium where the New York Giants play. And it's a big mall complex, entertainment complex, and there is a museum there where there's visual illusions, and this is one of them. Let me share this with you. So this is a room. This is obviously a mirror room, but they do a really good job of, when you're standing in there, it looks like you have multiple versions of you. So that's over at the Paradox Museum. And if you get a chance to go to the mall there in New Jersey, it is something that you can see, and I think is pretty darn cool. All right, so those are the videos that I have out this week. And next week, I'll be posting a new set of videos, and I'd like to get your help and feedback on them. One of the videos I'll be posting is going to be from UTG Leapers, and they've created a new clamp-on tactical rail for MP5s, classic 80s design MP5s, but now you can tacticalize it, modernize it to allow you to place on modern optics that are Picatinny compatible. And they have this really nicely designed claw mount for MP5s. And well, this is the thumbnail that I'm going to go with for sure, modern claw mount. It's pretty straightforward, pretty uncreative, but perhaps you guys have a better idea for a good headline caption for the thumbnail. And this is what it's going to be. What would you put for the idea for the UTG claw mount on this photo? Let me know. Post it up on the comments on the side there, and I might use that and put it up on to the thumbnail for next week's video on this claw mount. And it's not just the claw mount. When I post up the video, they also have a claw mount for the front of the handguard, for the standard MP5 handguard. So if you want to run a very classic looking MP5 with their polymer handguard, you can attach this accessory claw mount to the top of that to allow you to run it with weapon lights or other accessories. So it's a cool little design. Here we go. Michael Dunn said, "Clamp on, clamp off the clamper." Sorry, I just reminded me of the Clapper commercial. Clamp on, clamp off. All right. Or is that a reference to Karate Kid? Wax on, wax off. I like it. Okay, I took a screenshot, so I'm gonna see. I'll play around with that, Michael Dunn, and see if that'll work as a good headline. And hopefully, I don't know if any of you guys have any thoughts. Please post it on the side chat. Millhouse, I guess, says, you ever think about covering reloading stuff? A lot of new reloaders in the world after the past years. Yes, but I don't reload because I don't have the room to reload where I live. But I would refer you to Georgia Shooting Connection. They have a live stream every Friday. Really experienced reloaders on that channel. So check it out. That one of my buddies, Jamie, runs that podcast on that live stream on Friday night. So check out Google. Let's see if I can find it. I can Google it myself, and I'll, or if one of you guys, I'm sure one of you guys out there regularly watches Georgia Shooting Connection. Let Millhouse, I guess, know what the link for JH586 and the Georgia Shooting Connection. And if you have any questions about reloading, ask it there, because those guys are experts. They're my go-to folks. If I have any questions about reloading or cartridges at all, I always ask those guys over there. And Kyle, hey Kyle, welcome. Hey Moondog, reached out to CV Life and mentioned they should send you an Eagle Blaze. Actually, funny enough, I just got an Eagle Blaze last week to test out. So I'm working on that review right now, though a little bit hampered by the weather. We've had some winter storms, so the range has been closed. And next week, the range that I go to is closed again for law enforcement training. So it'll be a couple of weeks until I can get back to the range to test that out. But early teaser on that. The glass looks good. I really like the reticle, but I'm having some weirdness with the turrets right now, and I'm talking with CV Life about that. But I won't too many spoilers here. But I am going to be working on the Eagle Blaze 5-25. So be sure to hit like and subscribe so that you will get notified, and that notification bell, so you'll be notified when I post that CV Life video. All right, so here we go. There we go. Thank you, Michael Dunn. So Millhouse, check out Georgia Shooting Connection. They have the best information for reloading. And Millhouse says, noted, I load already, but there's no one who goes over gear without a lot of paid opinions. Well, I trust the guys over at Georgia Shooting Connections because one, they're really honest and authentic folks, and they won't steer you wrong. But the other also because we're all we're not paid shills because we're not big enough channels to really get paid to offer anything other than our own opinions. Let's see. We got Paul saying Johnny's reloading bench is back. Oh, they are. I'm going to check those guys out too. Awesome. And Michael Dunn also recommends Ultimate Reloader, so check out that channel and I'll definitely do that as well. All right, so let's move forward from. Thank you, Michael Dunn, for the suggestion for this thumbnail. All right, so here's our next clue for the patches that you could win. So the next clue about this company, and you can see their logo here. This company was founded by an animator named Walt, and their first full-length movie was Snow White, which earned the first Oscar for an animated film. So hopefully that should be a pretty good clue if you don't recognize the logo, which company I'm talking about. So type in hashtag and the name of the company. It's just going to be one word, and you do have to use a capital letter for the name of the company. Okay. Now, we're going to get into the word of the week here, and that word is trailer. And obviously a trailer is an unpowered vehicle towed by another vehicle, or a mobile home, which is what we often think of a trailer home. But it also refers to a motion picture preview or short advertisement ad designed to represent the full-length feature. And the reason I bring this up is because I wanted to bring up and introduce you to my guest this week. And we're going to go down the rabbit hole with the Golden Trailer Awards, which is the only award show for movie picture trailers. And I'm actually been involved with that. In fact, I designed the logo for the award show way, way back. And I'm going to be introducing you to one of the co-founders of the Golden Trailer Awards. And my guest today is Monica Brady. She's a co-founder of the Golden Trailer Awards and the Viewniverse app on your phone, which is an app that you can use to help you find a movie or a streaming show, because there's so many streaming services out there. It's hard to find where the movie or show you want to watch is. Well, you use Viewniverse. Monica studied at Oxford and is a graduate of NYU's Tisch School of Film and Television. And I've known her, well, I don't want to mention how many years because you never want to mention years with a lady. But Monica is a dear friend of mine and we've known each other for a dog's age, and she's more family than a friend. So I'd like to introduce Monica Brady. How are you, Monica?
I'm doing great. How are you, Tom?
Excellent. Where are you right now?
I'm actually in Franklin, Tennessee. We call it the clubhouse. So
excellent. So Monica, thank you for joining me today. And
my pleasure.
I wanted to ask I gave a little bit of an introduction, but why don't you introduce yourself? Let us know a little bit of, well, for starters, we've known each other since we both lived in New York.
Yeah, a long time.
But before that, where did you grow up? And tell us a little bit about that and how you got to New York.
All over the Eastern Seaboard. Our father, because I work with my sister, as you know, but I'm just letting your audience know. And Evie's also a friend of Tom's for many years. We're family. Our dad built tunnels, so we traveled to wherever the project was. We moved so many times that most people think we're army brats, but we're not. We're engineers' kids. And so building tunnels is a special skill. I'm going to start sounding like one of those Liam Neeson movies, a special set of skills. But no, it really is. So you move to where the job is. So we lived in, but our parents are from the New York area. So that's how we ended up back there. But I was technically born in Boston. There was a project up there that our dad worked on. And then New York, Washington, D.C., down to Tennessee in the eastern part of the state for the TVA. Anytime there's a dam as well, there's tunnels for the dam because that's what the water moves through to turn a turbine to make the energy. So if there's a dam project, then he would have been in on those. And then from Tennessee, we went up to New Jersey, to Hackettstown, New Jersey, where he redid the Holland Tunnel for the lining of the Holland Tunnel. And then afterwards, he was on, all sorts of projects around the world. He was on the tunnels in China, the tunnels, India, China, Africa, everywhere. So I didn't get to move to those places. But after New York, I went to school. After New Jersey, I went to school in Michigan and then went to NYU. So, and New York was home.
When I met you, were you in school at the time, I think?
Yes. Yeah. Those were fun times. NYU was a great experience, in filmmaking. And what happened was, graduated, Evie and I were going to go shoot a feature length film, but it's 1999. So we couldn't figure out where, as you get out of school, you always think, oh, I deserve the best, right? Just kid thinking. And so we went to find, who cuts trailers. And it's 1999, so it's pre-Google. There was no real place to look them up, and they're not credited at the end of the movie. They're not credited at the end of the trailer. They weren't credited anywhere. And so my sister said, yeah, there's got to be an award show for them. So we went looking for an award show because that's how we were going to find the best, because we had enough money to shoot a trailer. That's it. So of course, and didn't know at the time how expensive trailers are to cut, but we went looking for an award show. There wasn't an award show, so Ev, you were on this boat ride in the
Yes, I
Charleston
remember
Harbor, and Ev said, "Well, let's send out some applications and start our own award show." And the rest is history. That was 25 years ago, and you came up with a logo. That has stood the test of time. It's still the best logo in the world. And we're finally, after all these years, we're going to have a merch store. So we're going to have to send you some stuff to give away, some beanies and some baseball caps and stuff like that. It's the cutest logo ever. And as a matter of fact, our stage manager, she comes back year after year because of that logo. She loves your logo. Like she does the stage. No, I know. She does the stage managing for like people like Taylor Swift and all those type of big people, but she comes back in for the GTAs just to manage our stage because of the logo. And you know how it is with family. The strangest things keep us all together. So
that's great.
Yeah.
And I remember that trip vividly. We were we were on the boat to go visit Fort Sumter.
Yes, exactly.
In Charleston Harbor. Yeah.
It's so funny how that will always stand out in our minds forever. It was just the three of us. So yeah, it's funny.
That's awesome. And I always mention, I love the few years that your family was living in Charleston. And I will always cherish that time because it was a rare opportunity for this West Coast boy to really get in touch with sort of Southern culture and live vicariously in the South. So
that's a great city down there, and we were very fortunate to get to live there for a short amount of time, but it was great. So, yeah,
absolutely. Now, I didn't know that you were born in Boston. How long did you live there?
I don't even remember it as a child. My dad was working on I think it was called the Back Creek Project. It was a tunnel for some sort of hydropower to bring power to the city of Boston. So it's not even really in my mind. Like it's barely memory. So couldn't have been there that long. And then you're always, just like in a film production, you're always looking to crew up onto the next project. So once one project's winding down, I guess we went on to DC from there because he did some of the subway tunnels in DC. So DC,
right. There's the DC Metro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was too scared to those escalators are like steep like this. And I got so scared because when you crest them, you're like dropping off a cliff. And I just sat on the escalator and held tight to it. I was so scared of heights. And yeah, it's quite.
No, there always reminded me of there's one station in London that's like that too. Or a couple of them, I think. They're really super steep.
Oh, super steep. Yeah, I was just in London a couple of months ago and rode the tube or whatever, and did not come across it. But man, that is confusing down there. New York is easy, but London is very confusing. And New York has one now too, where the new and it held the entry from being open for a long time because it was too steep. The new Hudson Yards one is a escalator that's beyond. It was what held it up, not anything else. And because if you're, as you know, if you're going to work and you have a backpack and that escalator is out on the up, you're like, oh, I'm going to end up at the office all sweaty and gross. So yeah, they're important.
Now that's New York is one of the few places they really should make the stations deeper. And,
that's bedrock you're digging into there. That's hard.
I know, I'm sure, but at least it would be. You don't have to worry about earthquakes or anything else. I mean, I understand the history of the subway system. It's all like a cut and cover for cost reasons.
Oh yeah, a lot of it is. Yeah, my dad
that
was
would make.
Sorry. Oh,
go ahead.
The Second Avenue line, which had been going for a long time. But he was a consultant on that, and that thing took forever to get open. I haven't even been down in those tunnels. So, look, one of the coolest things I ever got to walk through is our dad redid the Path Tunnel between New Jersey and New York after 9/11 when they filled it in and all that kind of stuff. So they had to they had to dig it out and redo it all, and it was falling behind. And so when a a federal
Oh,
emergency.
surprise! Shocking!
Shocking. In New Jersey and New York. Oh gosh, Dad had some funny stories about dealing with like the mafia guys there, because the two unions won't cross lines, and in a tunnel, the line is in the mud
In the river,
tunnel
right?
Yeah, so the tunnels aren't in underneath the water. There's not water going above them. They're into the mud underneath the river. And so there's a line, New York and New Jersey. And the New Jersey Union goes up to the New York line, and then the New York, they do not cross that line. They're very, very, very strict about that. You could, my dad's a big, for you guys out there, my dad he passed away 2 years ago, but he was a big Irish guy, but he would have to go in, he's quintessential Irish, and he had to go in and deal with the union guys. So he had to come in on that project because it was falling behind. And once you fall behind on a FEMA project, the federal emergency money, if you fall behind, you lose the money. So he came in and had to crack the whip. And so I got to walk through that tunnel when they were finished, and they did a remodel of it, because while they were down there and there's nothing running through, it's a good time to do some remodeling. And so they have the tunnel boring machines down there, which are really represented now in, like, I think Silo has some good tunnel boring machine pictures. I think Dad would have enjoyed looking at that show. But we were down there, and so we got to walk through with him from the New Jersey all the way into the New York, into the bathtub on the other side. They call it a bathtub when they've dug out the earth and they're rebuilding the World Trade Centers there. But it was so eerie because going down there, we all the movie posters, all the TV posters were from like things that were being released in September, like, watch this. So, and they were from years before, stuck in time from, September 11th, 2001. And it was just eerie. And they were dust covered. It was just like in a movie. But it was also very sad because, the day still affects us all very much.
Oh yeah, and I remember when there was still an open pit when they were rebuilding that for quite a few years. It was really striking. But
Yeah,
they did a great job with the new path station.
yeah, that's what he was working on. And then I actually flew in a couple weeks ago over, taking in that flight to LaGuardia, from Nashville to LaGuardia, and just it was a beautiful night in New York, and looking down, it's still very sad. It still choked me up. But just looking at the old footprint from above, and the new tower. But yeah, that was the bathtub. We walked right into that, and then that day it was just like a gut punch. But then you're like, oh, we're rebuilding. We're going to rebuild here, and so it was it was bittersweet. It was in that way, but. Anyhow, I don't know how we got off on tunnels, but I could talk all day about tunnels. They're fascinating. They're fascinating.
They are. I should actually. I'd love to do a deep dive into tunnels. Pardon the pun. I should also bring in your brother into that.
Oh my God, he would love it. He would talk. Because it's funny because I didn't really ever think about it, but I went to a metro. The subway guy was giving a talk at one of these engineering schools. So my dad told me to go, and I went up to the guy afterwards. So he goes, "Oh, you're Monica Brady." He goes, "Not only have I worked with your dad, I've worked with your brother, and I've worked with your grandfather." So on our mother's side, she wasn't a Brady, but he was one of the big tunnel people for the city of New York. And I was like, 3 generations of tunnel people. I didn't think of that. But yeah, it was funny. Sorry, I got a dog visiting me now.
What? I forgot. What's the dog's name?
River. She's named for the Hudson River, oddly enough. But here, I can introduce you to her. Sorry, everybody. There she is.
Hey, there we go.
She's a Parsons Terrier. She has a mind of her own. Yep. Bye, Rippy. Anyhow, if she starts barking, there's a lot of SQUIRELSs out there. So I can't spell the word. I can't say the word. I can't spell it either. But yeah. Anyhow.
So, wanted also to mention that you wanted to get into directing originally, right?
Correct. That's how we had our film. That's how we started with the trailer awards, and because we had the script that we wanted to make a trailer for it so that we could go further, raise funds. But I didn't shoot my first feature till 2018. No, 16.
No,
16,
no.
2000,
Yeah.
Yes. 2016. I know it, and that's how 8 years ago. So it's wait, is that 8?
Right.
Wait, Yeah, 8 years ago. So time has flown. I thought, it's hard, and that was a low budget independent film, and that one wasn't one that the one that was written that ended up starting the trailer award still has not been shot. It's a very big budget. There's a lot of car. There's a demo derby in it, like the old school demolition derbies, which is going to be fun to shoot. But and the weird thing about that, because it's based on a book called Betrayed by Scott Fitzgerald. The book is by Ron Carlson, and she's so upset she's not the center of attention right now. So the book, in the middle of it, the man stops all the action. He's at a drive-in theater, and he stops all the action, the main character, and he says, at the drive-in theater, the trailers come in between the main features. And so he stops and he looks at the trailers and he goes, I always love watching the trailers because they give me hope that there's something in the future. And I find it very funny that the book that we adapted into a screenplay that gave birth to the trailer awards gives homage to trailers in the actual story. So I was like, it was meant to be the birth of the GTAs was Betrayed by Scott Fitzgerald. So,
and for those
we'll shoot that folks out there, have other films to shoot in TV series. So
the better GTAs for the rest of the folks out there, when we talk GTA, then we're talking the Golden Trailer Awards and not the video.
Oh my gosh, I always forget that. Yeah, the GTA. Sorry, it's an abbreviation. We're on 25. I don't know what GTA they are up to now. 9. Grand Theft Auto.
I don't even know. I stopped playing like at 3. I stopped playing that game just because it was. I didn't like the missions got too repetitive. It was too much of a grind for me. I didn't have the time to continue playing that series. But I always found it it was pretty cinematic, and with the cutscenes and everything, it was very much in the milieu of those sort of gritty crime films, because that's the sort of genre that game is in. Speaking of video games, that was like one of the things that we had in common, right?
What was that game we played at DDB? I mean, you were working at DDB. No, I'm just kidding. It was late at night. What was it? Where Evie would always take the money?
No, that's 2 different games.
Okay.
So the one where she took the money was Fallout.
I thought it was Fallout. Yeah.
It was the original Fallout game.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. I started that show because I really love the guy Walter Goggins who plays, but I can't get over the no nose on the face.
The nose.
But I do that trailer, because we also, over the years, as you know, we added streaming series trailers, and they don't compete against theatrical feature film trailers because they're different, types of things. So that is, I think it won its category last year for drama, for a TV streaming series, drama, something.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely no, it didn't win. Sorry. But it was nominated. It was a great trailer when she's like talking about all the idiots who went underground. I thought you morons died or something like that. It's very fun. It's a good trailer. Anyhow, it's Fallout, which is funny because that was that game. I didn't even put that together. But.
So how have you been liking the series thus far? I know you have.
I only watched the first episode, and you have to be in that kind of mindset. And so, when you sit down at night, you're in a certain mindset to watch something. So, there's documentaries tonight. Oh, it's rom-coms or whatever. So I have to go back to it. I love Walter Goggins, and I do want to know what happens and why they're all down there and all the different, it opens up with a big bloody attack on that one peaceful. I had to call them silos. They look like silos underground too, just
the
like
vaults.
silo vaults.
They're
Yeah.
vaults.
Yeah, that's the word. And but I will get back to it. So little time, so many things to watch. So
of course.
What did you think of it so far?
Oh, I loved it. I can't wait for the next season.
Oh, good. All right, then I might pick it up tonight and watch the rest of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
Especially since I've played most of the games except for the most recent ones. I've been watching my wife Giselle play. She's actually a bigger gamer than me now. But
I can believe that.
Yeah, the last 2 versions, and I've just been watching her just because I haven't had the time to sit down, because it is a huge time commitment to play that game now, because it's an open world sort of game, and you just have to, if you don't play it consistently, you forget where things are. And
okay, I can imagine.
I got a comment back from one of the folks out there in the side chat. Vadim says, still on the 5th. So this is, I think, believe in reference to the GTA. So the 6th is.
I was way ahead. I was like 7.
It kind of feels like, you might be.
I think Yeah.
I got it associated with like Fast and Furious because it's kind of the
That's
same thing. So maybe that's
that's
where
a
the numbers are coming in.
good analogy. Yeah.
And
Ooh.
Millhouse, I guess, says Fallout New Vegas is one is the technically it's the fourth game, but they never
Oh,
called it Fallout 4. They called it Fallout New Vegas.
that's a cool
Uh,
name.
and it's set in Las Vegas, where the second season is going to be set. But no spoilers here. But they've incorporated. They've done a great job in the Fallout series to incorporate really accurately to the games.
That's
So
important, I think. I mean, because that's its
absolutely.
first fan base, and then the other people will come along. I'm sorry, I got a dog here. The other people will come along and learn, or they won't get the jokes. They won't get the inside jokes. That's all.
Well, that's one of the problems with that Disney and some other studios have had with some of their IPs that they've developed for that they've um, gone and it seems like they've intentionally gone and pissed off their fan base by making changes to the plot or characters. And
Yeah.
there's good ways to do that and bad ways. Like for
Um,
example, Battlestar Galactica, which is another thing, which is another story that we could get into.
exactly.
But I love the changes that they made, like making Starbuck. I forget her name now. She's been such a great actor. Oh, why am I forgetting her name now? But
Somebody will put it in the chat. Yeah. No,
yeah,
it's
please let me know.
they
Comments.
were so many great actors from that show that I would think I would see them in more places, but I don't. I mean, I just watched Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy his last Friday or Saturday, whatever, and Balthazar is in that, and he's in, he was in Battlestar Galactica, and he was in Bridget Jones, but I just don't see they're such good actors. That was such a great series.
Some of them you get typecast because of the show. You're a sci-fi person, and I'm forgetting her name now.
So close
But she's been
minded.
typecast in a lot of sci-fi shows.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
She's good. A lot of them so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, since we're talking about trailers, one of the questions I would ask is, can you let the folks know where that term actually comes from?
Oh, yes, I can. So trailers, and it's funny because it's Rye, New York. I just posted something on LinkedIn about it, and I was surprised that a lot of people in the industry didn't know where trailers come from. So back in the early days of movies, so around 1908, there's a place in New York called Rye, New York. It has a boardwalk, and on the boardwalk they showed movies, very short movies,
Huh.
no sound, all that kind of stuff. And so after the movie, they would run a trailer which would show you the preview of what they had next week or in the future. And then what they realized, the people who were showing these movies, which would probably be on like a cloth or whatever, that people got up when the credits rolled and left and didn't say, just watch what the preview was, but they were trailers because they trailed the movie. And so then the promoters were like, wait, we got to put these at the beginning of the movie so that people see them and then stay for the movie and watch them. But the name had already stuck by then. So they got called, previews is, it's, what the word means, but trailers, everybody knows what that means as well. So
were there actual physical like carts or trailers that were involved in this?
No, just sorry. Pieces of whatever black and white film they had to say, scenes from next week. It would be like when we were kids, scenes from next week would have been what.
Yeah.
That's what I would compare to. And the funny thing is I didn't realize how much my life is controlled by trailers. But when I was a kid, man, I did not want. I had to see scenes from that week. For next week, and if there weren't scenes for next week, I was angry at everybody. It was like a terrible week. So I've been ruled by trailers ever since I was a child. But yeah, so they were little bits of film cut up for, and they would have done it with splicers, old school, very old school. Obviously, it's 1908, so people were just good to see that.
It's kind of crazy that we're old enough to remember physically slicing film together and taping it together.
There's I mean, that's at NYU, you had to learn old school, so it's a great mental thing for your brain too.
Yeah,
is because you see exactly what you're doing. You have an A line and a B line, so that when films move from scene to scene, But I mean, you don't need to know that now with the online editing, but you know where it comes from. So it creates a nice mental picture. I was actually glad that they made us do that. So I thought it was
Oh yeah, and
important to learn.
you have to think about what you're when you're shooting, how things are gonna cut together, or at least have
Yeah.
an idea. Otherwise, you're really going to be struggling.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get too into the weeds about content creation for and this particular stream.
Yeah. No worries.
There's a comment from Michael Dunn on the side chat here. Milo
Okay.
Jovovich. No, that wasn't who I'm thinking of. And she wasn't in Battlestar Galactica. But I did Google it just now. Who I'm thinking of is Katie Sackhoff, is the
Yes.
actor, and she, I think the only major film that I've seen her in is one of the Chronicles of Riddick movies.
Oh.
She might have been in some other smaller roles, but she's primarily been in sci-fi based TV shows that I've seen her in.
Huh.
She was recently in The Mandalorian.
Oh, not sci-fi at all. No, just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. So that's another example.
Yeah.
And she was, I believe, the primary antagonist in the short-lived Bionic Woman reboot that they tried to
Wow.
do maybe about 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, there's a lot of the actors that get typecast in certain roles because
Yeah.
of the success of a series or whatnot.
Yeah. Mia Jovovich, which I can't pronounce her name, I just butchered it, but like that that series that she does, and I can't think of it. Somebody give me the name. Those movies were built to make trailers. Those are great trailers.
Resident Evil.
Resident. I was gonna say Resident.
Yeah.
I was just
Another video game.
Oh, but those trailers are just—it's not my genre, but they're very clever and they get you there. I mean, that franchise is built for trailer making. And then, but also one of my favorite movies of hers is The Fifth Element. Speaking of sci-fi, I love The Fifth Element.
Oh yeah,
that was a great movie. I could watch it again. Nope, I'm watching Fallout tonight. That's a plug for Amazon MGM. I'm just kidding. That'll be your clue next week. Your what logo is this? Yeah.
Oh
or
yeah.
Who bought this logo? That would be a good one.
Yeah, who owns
MGM's owned by
now?
Amazon, so yeah.
Oh.
Well, there you go. Let's give it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they bought it for that catalog. You know what? Since we're talking about the GTAs, the Golden Trailer Awards, I wanted to share this with some folks out there, a little snippet from the show. Also, this was the intro to last year's show, I believe.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so
this one hasn't been built yet.
All right, so just want to show you this. This I pulled off.
No explosion! I said no explosion!
That's a live show. Wow.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 24th Annual Golden Trailer Awards. Please give it up for your host, Missy Pyle.
Oh, that's so fun.
I'm sure. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to come down for the trailer awards last year.
May 29th this year at the Orpheum. May 29th, 2025. Come on down.
And I'm going to let me post up a link to the Golden Trailer Awards for those of you who are interested.
Yes, the show is very fun. It's very geared towards the ADD crowd, and it's clips of the trailers, and we're in and out. We do 15 categories, all fun. It's fast and furious, really, the show. And there's a lot of John Wick. I heard the mentioning of John Wick. I think he's placed in every single year that a movie's been out. Last year's winner was Deadpool and Wolverine, which I have behind me where they're holding the trophy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was the best of show winner for that teaser that they that Disney.
And
put together.
there's a little shout out to myself for helping design that poster.
That's right. So many people, Tom, you just don't even understand. So many people, we try and get them to like think like that, so we don't end up bothering you with something. We're like, Tom's just going to get this right off the bat. So, dear Tom, yeah. So no, every year he comes up. You could check out all the great posters, because each for our save the date, we use upcoming summer blockbuster as the save the date, and so there, I think all of them. We started that practice, I think, at GTA 5. So all of the ones that I'm going to say they're all mostly yours over the years, with all the Avengers holding the trophy, the Guardians of the Galaxy, but that year was called Guardians of the Envelope. It was the year that the Oscars let the envelope go. So all those that Tom has created are up on the website under historic, I think. So they're just very clever. And now we've got big frames for them all around the clubhouse here. So.
That's awesome. I really got to come out to check out the clubhouse one of these.
Yeah, go on down to Franklin. I mean, I'm between New York and Franklin, but there's always a place for you guys here. So
now I'm going to be visiting New York, and thank you again for putting me in the family up this spring. Yeah. But I don't know when's the next time I'm going to see you guys. Maybe the trailer awards this year.
Probably the show. Probably the show, or you can come to Franklin. Very good.
It's going to be the show this year is again going to be at the Orpheum Theater, correct?
Correct. Orpheum Theater, May 29th, 2025. Pre-party starts, I think, at 6.
It is you guys throw an amazing pre and post party, I gotta say.
It's a big one. So it's always exciting. We're still in the entry season. People are sending in entries right now, and we've expanded over the years too. For your audience, we started out with 23 original categories, and then, as movie marketing has changed, so shall the award show change. So as I said before, we are off for streaming. We do posters. We do TV spots, which are very different from trailers. We also do experiential, which is sometimes like the stuff you see online. Like one of the best ones is zombie strippers, where they take over a club in Las Vegas and it's like normal women out there. And then all of a sudden they disappear. But the audience is not expecting it. And so it's like, then that was a promo for zombie strippers, and that's experiential marketing. The other one is where they recreate the ring at a TV shop, and the TV is actually a real person is behind it, but the couple thinks that they're looking at televisions, and then the TV comes alive and the lady comes out of it. Just like very clever stuff, and they're just the smartest people in the world that come up with these things, and it's our real honor to honor them for their geniusness. So now we have about 118, but on the night of the show we only show 15. So it's all in the it's just like the Oscars where they have other categories that
but it's awarded. A lot more. So for those of you who aren't in the business, as they say in the entertainment biz or in LA, this is a sort of an approachable way to get a bit of that the glitz and glamour of Hollywood to come down.
Very much approachable.
Is the show open to the public, unlike the Oscars?
You can get a ticket. Your people can get a ticket. So your friends of yours. Oscars is kind of, you can get tickets to the Oscars if you really wanted to sit through 3 hours.
Well, I mean, you can't just buy, right? I mean, you can get
true. Yeah. But our tickets do go up for sale on the site and stuff like that. So yeah, it's very approachable. But yeah, I think I just wouldn't want to sit through 3 hours. So it's like it's hard enough at your house. And so anyhow.
Yeah, I don't. We've pretty much gone the entire hour, and there's so much to talk about. I mean, I wanted to talk to you about the changes in entertainment and streaming. I can't even tell you when's the last time I went to go see a movie in the theater.
You should go to see a movie in a theater, because that's the last one of the last communal things we do together with perfect strangers. I mean, it's like, you go to church, and then people don't do that anymore, or go to the theater and
people should be going to church more than the theater. But.
Right. But it's like the last vestiges of what we do as a community with people. And that got really hurt during the lockdowns. So I do go. I mean, I went on Saturday night, as I said, to see. I try and go as often as I can, just because it is important to be with people, even if we're not talking about the movie together. It's just important to be with people and get out of the house every once in a while. So, and the movies offer that for us. But
now,
and to talk about AI, we have so much more to talk about at another
oh my gosh,
time.
yeah, that's
so fascinating. So
that's
cool.
a whole nother rabbit hole to talk about.
Yeah.
AI and content creation.
It's so.
You know what? The last movie I did go see, when I try to see movies really that are big, that have really good cinema from a cinematography standpoint, was Dune 2.
Oh, I'm so mad I missed that in the theater. As a matter of fact, I missed it in the theater because it was around showtime. It was coming out. Or I mean, we were busy, and the guy who, because I love the theme song for it too, he was just like, "Don't watch it on the small screen." He's like, "You got to just rent a theater, throw it up there and watch it." And I was like, I'm kind of on board with that plan. But yeah, it definitely deserved to be seen on the big screen. So I was on a plane the other day and it had Dune and 1 and 2, and I was like, nope, not watching it here. It's like this tiny of a screen. It's not fair to the artist. But I went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine in the theater too, and that was important because that was just so darn funny, and all the references.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they were just like one after the other, after the other, after the other. And then if it wasn't something in my zeitgeist, I was laughing because some other guy was laughing at it. So it's just it's important for that laughter and also to cry together, whichever the emotion is that the movie is emoting. Then I think it's neat for the audience to do that all together. So.
I did see that in the theater.
You have to.
Did you thank you for reminding me? I did see that in the theater.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
And you know what was so great that I thought, and then people probably debate this all day long, but it was like I didn't have to have seen all the Wolverines, the Logans, all that kind of stuff, and I didn't have to see all the everything that came before, and I still had a good time. It was I thought, I mean, I haven't read any reviews online, but I think that's hard once both franchises have such big histories. So anyhow, I thought they did a great job with combining.
Yeah, I think anybody who had a negative review of that perhaps it's probably got ratioed as well for skewering
probably it. So
probably
yeah. It wasn't family really content. That's what you could say about it. Definitely was not.
Though
and they were going for that.
I think that they could. I mean, they did. Ryan Reynolds did do a family-friendly version of. Yes, you didn't see this?
No.
For that version of the movie, he kidnapped from the Wonder Years, Savage.
Oh yeah, okay.
And so the structure of the film was he kidnaps him and he uses him to tell the story, a family-friendly version of Deadpool.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn funny right there. Yeah.
So, yeah. I love all the stuff that he's done in the last, and he's a true comics fan because a lot of the stuff in there. Probably one comment that some critics will probably say they didn't like Channing Tatum's rendition, but I actually thought it was hilarious.
I did too.
Of Gambit.
Did too. There's so many darn funny things in there. I should watch it again probably too. But no, watching Fallout, another plug for Amazon MGM.
Now, I want to wrap up the show for the segment here, and for those of you who have been enjoying the show so far, and please let me know in the comments if you like this topic. I'm sure I can talk Monica into coming back on.
We've got all day long.
Yeah, we barely touched.
I know.
Onto
we talked more about tunnels, I think.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So let me know on the side chat if you'd like to or in the comment section for those of you who are watching this show after the live, if you'd like to get into more topics about this. But I wanted to just squeeze in a little bit of a plug for the other venture that you're in. Yes. Viewniverse, which is an app for the folks can download. So I'm gonna post it here on on the side chat.
You can download it. It looks like that on your phone, and it organizes your streaming services. So you know what you have to watch and where you have to watch it. So like if I wanted to go look up, Deadpool and Wolverine's easy. It's going to be on Disney. Just other things that move from channels to channel, and you don't want to buy something because you already had it free on another service. It just organizes it, and AI and will offer you up based upon your likes and dislikes. So you have to start liking things and disliking things so that it learns what it should offer you in the future for the next thing to watch. So, yeah.
So yeah, for those of you, I've just posted a link. Go there. It's available for iPhone and Android. Download the app. It's a great app to help you find your content, and it does help. Like other day, I was looking for some anime, and otherwise if I would have had to buy it on Amazon, but it turns out it was also on Netflix. So yeah, it's great.
There you go.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm glad that worked out there. Cool.
So I wanted to share, just before we end the show, I wanted to share just a quick photo that I used for the thumbnail here, and just let the folks know a little bit about this. Who are these young kids?
Wow, that is funny.
That was the first time the show was at the Orpheum, and they actually have a Airstream trailer painted up to look like the logo.
Yep. And then it was a movie theater inside.
Yes.
We would take it to film festivals because other filmmakers could show their trailer of, what was playing in the festival. So yeah. Oh, I missed that trailer. It was a 23-foot gold Airstream trailer. I
didn't realize you don't have it anymore.
No. Somebody in LA bought it. Yeah, it just became. You can't park it in New York City. Could you imagine trying to move that?
Well, I remember you had it like parked in some.
We had parked in Venice
lot
for a
out
while.
in the desert or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was that in Rusty's yard. And anything parked in the desert is cool. Very very Fallout-esque.
Yeah, true.
That is funny. That picture's got to go in the documentary. We're working on a documentary too. It's a docu-series about the award show. So I got to come out and interview you and stuff like that too. So
no worries. I dug that up. And this is the Orpheum Theater where we took the photo there. There's the trailer on the bottom left there, but that is the Orpheum Theater in downtown. Classic. When was that built? Like in the 20s?
Yeah, that's the vaudeville era of theaters. It is gorgeous. It's worth just going to see the theater too. I mean, the show is so great, but the theater is just one of those ones out of time. And Steve Needleman is the owner of the Orpheum Theater, so it's privately owned, and it's his baby, it's his jewel, and he's put a ton of money into it, and thank God he did, because otherwise, these things get turned into shops for dresses and stuff, whatever, further down the street, it's all like dresses for very, elaborate looking dresses. But yeah, he saved it and he redid it.
Yeah, and they often they just gut the interiors and all those fixtures and those are lost. You can't recreate them for well, it would cost millions more to
it would
restore it.
Yeah, no, it's a special place, and now that is a LED screen too. So wow, that is cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and the Orpheum. Oh wow.
There's the interior. So it's gorgeous. It looks like classic opera houses in Europe. The interior is just amazing.
Oh,
and
gosh,
I think that's the last picture I have that I pulled for this. Yep.
Oh, cool.
All right. So we're going to wrap up, folks, but as we usually do at the end, and for those of you who are still on the side chat, we have got that contest going on. So let me give you the last clue to the contest here. So this company created a worldwide chain of amusement parks, including the Magic Kingdom in Anaheim, California, Epcot Center in Orlando, Florida, and the eponymous parks in Paris, Hong Kong, Tokyo, Japan, and Shanghai, China. So hopefully you know which company that we're referring to here in the drawing. So type a hashtag and the name of the company, and you'll be entered into the drawing. Currently, we have 5 entries, so there's going to be 4 winners. So you have a very good chance of winning right now if you type in the hashtag on the side there. But apart from this giveaway of these patches, I just wanted to talk about some other things that are going on. One is one of the fellow YouTubers out there, Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies, is organizing a GoFundMe for his neighbors, the folks in his town who've been also in Kentucky, that have been flooded in the most recent rains. And that is a photo of the town nearby, and his neighbors just down the hill from him. The river overflowed its bank by over 8 feet, and they got totally flooded out. So he's organizing a fundraiser for his neighbors, and I'm going to post up a link here to the GoFundMe. And for those folks who participate, we're gonna my other buddy, our mutual buddy, American Hillbilly, who's I want to plug for him. He's got a live stream on Saturday nights, and we're going to be giving away in a contest there for everybody who donates to the GoFundMe. Just forward your receipt acknowledging that your donation to him, and you'll be entered into the drawing. There'll be a bunch of prizes. I'm donating this Discovery Optics scope. This is a 3-9. This is a high recoil scope, so even if you're shooting black powder, a shotgun, or whatever, this scope was designed, or even a break barrel air gun. This scope was designed to withstand extremely high recoil. It is their MS 3-9x40, so I'm donating one of these. And for everybody who donates, you'll be entered into the drawing for that. And also for the one of the other contests, I've got 2 contests myself that are going on. One is you get a chance to win all of or a whole bag of SHOT Show swag, and you can enter that contest by taking part in one of these into the logo quiz, just like you're doing right now for this clue. I've got 5 different gun brands that I did a video of, and I've posted a link to the logo contest here. You can enter the contest by just subscribing to my Moondog Go channel, and I'm going to post a link for Moondog Go here for you. Go to that link, Moondog Go, subscribe, send me a screenshot, and you'll be entered into the contest. Go to the link at moondogindustries.com to enter the contest, and I'll be giving away that at the end of this month. And I'm also giving away this 240 watt travel charger with 8 USB ports. So not only can you charge your laptop with this, because it's 100 watt on the at the maximum port, but you can charge your phone and just about everything else. And I'm going to post a link to that charger contest here as well, and that is going to be given away next month. Oh, I should bring up this. Hillbilly says the GoFundMe link has already raised $1,840 so far. Great. That's awesome.
Wonderful.
It's going to those families who've lost everything. Because, when a flood happens to your house, most of the stuff, clothes, everything, not only does it get washed away and ruined, but it's just gone. I mean, even if you dry it out, sometimes you just can't get the mold and everything that's out of there. And, and you almost can't get flood insurance anymore, no matter where you are, just because the insurance companies won't cover it. So yeah, they have whatever they could get into their car or get out of the floodwaters, but everything left in their house is gone. So thank you to Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies for Hillbilly Up for doing that. Okay, so let's do the drawing now, and let me bring up the screen here for the giveaway. And for those of you who didn't realize, the company that we were mentioning was Disney, which is the big 8,000 pound gorilla in the room as far as as movie studios and production. So we're gonna draw it. Monica, just let me know when to hit the button.
Okay. Hit the button.
All right, and
That's cool.
let's see the first winner. We've got 4 winners. Michael Dunn. All right.
That's cool. Little system.
I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Hopefully. There we go. Okay, we're going to draw again for the second winner.
That's a cool car. Michael Dunn's picture.
David Tomko. Very good.
All right.
Congratulations, David. And our third winner. And this is for the 511 patch. Guillermo, congratulations. Love that pug.
Yay. Nice.
And for our final winner of the 511 patch is going to go to Vadim. He's been winning a lot of these drawings the last couple of weeks. I think this is his third one that he's won. Not necessarily in a row, but very good. And he's local to me as well, so that makes it easier. I usually just drop it off since he doesn't live too far from me, so that's really good.
That's nice.
Anyway, I want to bring up Monica. Do you have anything else you want to plug aside from the Golden Trailer Awards? Oh, before you get into that, sorry, I wanted to for everybody who won today, please get a hold of me and let me know where to mail your prizes. You can email me here. I'm going to post up my contact email on Gmail. But send me, remind me that you won, and I will send you the prizes. And since I actually don't remember who won in which order or whatever, so the first two people who will contact me will get the 511 patch, or you can let me know. So just let me know what you want. But the first two people who contact me will get their choice of either the Gundy patch set or the 511 patch. So there you go. The more incentive for you folks to contact me at actually I don't know why it didn't make a space there, but I don't want to make you think that the whole thing contact Moondog. This is the email address. There you go. It's posted up there. All right, Monica. What are you working on? Anything you want to plug?
Oh, that's
drop out.
Come to the show. It's May 29th. Yep. Download Universe for your phone, and we appreciate it because we're a tech startup. So we appreciate the feedback. We love it. And especially from people who love movies and TV and all that kind of stuff, because it just helps us make it better. Otherwise, we only have a couple options in the world, Amazon, or everything's good. All the data is going to be controlled by somebody. And it's
better you have the data than they do.
Yeah. Well, we're big on data privacy, so it doesn't leave the app. So it'll become important in the future.
Absolutely. And sort of a circular plug again for my sponsor, Aura.com.
Oh yeah.
For data privacy. So definitely use them.
I did. I got the screen. The QR code.
Excellent. Yeah. So go to aura.com/moondog, and I'll put the link in here, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe button before you jump off of the side chat today. And if you enjoyed having Monica as a guest and you'd love to see her again talk about tunnels, movies, AI, or whatever, please let me know in the comment section or the side chat. Monica, thank you so much for joining me as a guest today. I know you're a busy woman, and especially with the show coming up, I really do appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure. I could talk all day on trailers, so
happy
to come back anytime.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next week about the same time for our next live stream. And I should be able to join the giveaway live stream, the fundraiser live stream this Saturday, hopefully. So you'll see me then at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern on Saturday on the Hillbilly Up live stream. So, all right. Again, thanks, Monica. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
You be safe out there. God bless. Yes. Moondog out. Hey, I'd like to know what you thought of this video. Leave me a comment or chat with me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, MeWe, Instagram, or Locals. And if you want to see all of my videos, go to moondogindustries.com.